Welcome to Daily Conversations. This is Mr. K.
This is Aaron.
Yep. And it's November the 7th, and the time now is 6:20 a.m. Okay, so today we talk about universal basic income. Okay, so before we start, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah, so here we go. So, Eric, for this topic, before we really start to discuss about uh, universal basic income, so
Mm,
please allow me to make a definition of these words,
mm,
and then please correct me if you find uh, anything not correct or wrong in my definition.
mm,
Okay, for this universal basic income, I think it is something um, like a promise of the government. It is a system, and then they pay money. They give money to every of the people in the country, and then for a fixed amount of money on the fixed date. Let's say
mm,
can be monthly, maybe quarterly. Yep, and then the money is uh isn't very high. Let's say maybe our income could be 2,000, and then um, maybe the money given uh, for every people fixed at a very um, lower than 2,000. Let's say maybe 1,000, which is enough to some basic living cost, like meals or the rental, yeah, something like that.
mm.
Yep. So, is it the basic meaning of UBI?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And then, yeah. So for this, um, the first feeling of me, when knowing this term is, I think this is too perfect. Yep. Because every people can get the money. So,
Mm,
regardless of the poor, the rich.
yeah.
And then, so the first problem is where does the money come from?
Printing machine.
Yeah, printing machine, yeah. And then, yeah, but printing isn't cannot last long if people didn't work hard.
Why?
Okay, since you have the money, so maybe some people will think, I don't have to work so hard, so I will have the money.
Mm,
But yeah, in my research, I also came across two words, and these two words are work and labor.
mm,
And then yeah, because labor is different from work. Labor is those jobs that require uh, require us to really how to say to really um, use our body to make money.
okay. Mm,
Okay, please don't misunderstand me.
yeah, yeah.
Um, like
If I.
to carry something, uh,
Oh,
or to
oh,
work in the construction, uh,
mm,
uh, area,
yeah.
to work
It
in
means it's our
something.
strength,
Yep.
our physical strength.
Yep. So for the other words, the work, it means that some work like um our career, our business, and then maybe some professionals. So yeah, so this is different. So I think for this UBI to be applied successfully, then maybe we really need uh, uh, we really need some technology. We need the technology to be good enough to help in the labor force, and then um, people that previously in labor force, they need to um, find other jobs in the work,
mm,
uh, yeah, find their work instead of involved in labor.
mm,
Yeah, and then I also believe that people that have their work instead of being a labor, um, they will still work hard after having these uh, subsidies from UBI.
mm.
Yep. So, what do you think?
Yeah, it's quite true. Mm, some economists they they think that even though mm, those poor receive the UBI
Mm,
and they can solve their problems, and some middle class because they also face the unemployment, they also face this problem,
mm,
and previously their standard of living is not low as the poor. Mm.
mm.
They still have a quite okay, yeah, quite
Yep.
yeah, they still have a not bad, mm, yeah, not bad living standard. Mm.
Mm,
So after receive the UBI
yep.
and uh, they will still find the work mm, to
Mm,
to to make their life better.
yep.
Mm.
Yep.
But they don't need to worry so much. Mm.
Mm, yes. Yeah.
Mm.
And also, one thing I found in my research also, and they say that people like the poor and also those people you mentioned just now, um, the middle class, some of them after receiving uh, UBI subsidies, maybe they will have their plan like to go to university to go for further study because they have the money, so they don't have to live paycheck by paycheck.
Yeah.
So they can have their plan um
Mm.
to I will call this like invest
Mm.
themselves.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm. And then yeah, so it seems to be okay. Um but for the rich, I think we need to find a way to persuade them because even though they can also get the money, but I believe that um, for this UBI to be conducted, they need to
Mm.
have some tax adjustment, and especially
Yeah.
for the rich, uh, very likely they will have to pay more.
Yeah.
Mm,
So in UBI screen, we will
yep.
have the very high progressive tax.
Mm.
Mm. Do you know the progressive tax?
Not really. Can you explain a little
Okay.
bit?
Mm. Okay. Progressive tax is something like okay for the first let's say for the first 100,000 income,
Mm,
okay, you charge maybe like 20% tax,
mm,
and 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 the next 100,000 from that. So that
yep.
means if you earn like if you earn okay
Hundred thousand
let's say
and one to two hundred
yeah
thousand.
yeah so the extra one
Mm.
will be taxed on like 25%. So this is progressive. Mm.
Oh, okay.
So for
Mm,
example like this, uh the income from zero to 100K
mm,
is let's say 20K, and from uh the remaining 100K. So that means uh the total income is 100K to 200K.
Okay.
The extra income will be taxed on, let's say, 25%. So it is a
Oh,
growing. So if you earn more, you not only need to pay more, but you have to pay a higher rate.
yep.
Mm.
Okay.
And now,
Mm,
mm, and now, for some country, their tax rate is very high already. For
mm,
example, like UK, US, the tax rate can go to 50%.
yep.
Mm. So if we implement the UBI,
Mm,
then the tax rate will get even higher.
yep.
Mm.
Yep. So this
Mm.
is a problem have to be solved, right? This will this encourage those uh a big company.
Mm.
Yeah, because um yeah, the tax increase will directly affect their profit, and it is counted like percentage.
Mm.
Yep, even though maybe you can cut costs to save let's say cut costs in the labor costs or in the manufacturing costs, but at the end the tax that they charge on you is based on profit.
Yeah. Right.
Mm. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, but we can also say that uh, those those rich maybe people or family or company, um, if we count it like if we see if we look from the whole population, they are only the minority.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
as long as it is a new system, so maybe at first people will um have to bear with it, have to accept some
Mm.
losses.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
especially for the rich.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm. Okay. I try to link this UBI uh with the MMT. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Mm. And MMT mm, is not going to work forever if we don't have UBI.
Mm.
Mm. And MMT with UBI, it has it has a chance. Yeah, it has a chance to get work. Mm. Uh, yeah, but for me, I think even though MMT with UBI still
Mm.
still cannot be worked. Mm. Yeah. This is for my opinion,
Mm.
uh but I try to explain why some experts and some economists say MMT can be worked. Mm. Okay,
Mm. Okay.
MMT suggests you uh to ignore the sovereign debt, and because sovereign debt is the deficit is come from the budget deficit, and this is the loss of government.
Yep.
And one side has the deficit, another side sure will get the surplus. This is true. Yeah, I agree. Mm.
Mm.
And so who will benefit? Who will get the surplus? Is the people in the country.
Yep.
Mm. Okay. So MNT suggests to ignore the sovereign debt. Mm. And uh, the government are free to use the currency. Mm. Because they are the maker of the currency. They have the 铸币权.
Mm.
Mm. And also uh, they can charge they can charge something like a service fee for uh mm, for the 铸币, okay,
Okay.
and we call it 铸币税. Mm,
Oh. Okay.
mm, okay, and okay, this is what MMT say, and if all of this makes sense, then we have one problem because if your money supply increase,
Mm.
the price of goods and service may not increase. Yeah, may not increase because our goods and service now is so abundant,
Yep.
but the asset price sure will increase. Mm, because our asset is always limited. Mm,
Yep.
yeah, and who who own the asset will get the most benefit. Okay,
Yep.
and of course this is not poor people. The
Mm.
owner of those assets is not poor. Mm,
Yep.
because uh because after deducting all their living costs, they have no money to buy the asset.
Yep.
Mm. And for rich, mm, the living cost is just take like 0.01% of their total income or total wealth.
Yep.
Mm. So they put most of their asset into uh, they put all their money. They put almost all the rest, the balance of money.
Mm.
This is almost all into the uh, to buy asset. Mm.
Yep.
To yeah, to buy stock, to buy real estate. Mm.
Mm.
And they they don't really need to worry about mm, the uh, the volatility. I mean the short term crash in stock market, in real
Mm.
estate market. Mm.
Yep.
Because it won't affect their living cost. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. But for poor people, for example, like not poor, I mean like middle
Yep.
class, mm, they earn money. They also do investment. They
Yep.
also buy property.
Mm.
But one day, if they lose their job, mm, then they cannot they mm, they cannot pay the installment. Mm, uh, if they lose their job, they have
Mm.
no money to pay the
Yep.
house installment, the car installment. Mm.
Yep.
And when they need money, for example, like mm, they get an illness, mm,
Mm.
and
Yep.
there's some accidents, there's some emergency case that
Yep.
need a lot of money, then they had to sell. They had to sell their investment, like their stock, their house,
Yep.
to monetize this asset and to to fundize the money.
Mm. Yes.
Yeah. So mm, yeah, there's a big difference. This is a big difference. Mm.
Mm. Yes.
And yeah, I can tell you a story.
Mm.
Mm, why the quantity of money can be so important for investment. Do you know what is the main reason that um, our individual
Mm.
will always lose in a gambling with the gambling company like Genting? So uh, this gambling company will always win, and uh, I mean as long as we continue to gambling, uh, uh, to make gambling, okay,
Mm.
we continue to gamble with this gambling company,
Mm.
we will always lose in all cases. Do you know what is the main reason?
Um, I think there have two main reasons. The first one is about the probability.
Mm,
For some types of gambling,
mm,
maybe the price is very big.
mm,
Let's say $1 can win for 100K,
mm,
but the probability is very low. So it means
mm,
that it is almost um, impossible. Even if it is possible, they have already get the money
mm,
from people that lost all the time.
mm,
And the second reason is for some gambles, like yeah, there's one kind of gambling which we can bet on the big or the small.
mm,
So we can say that is 50%.
mm,
The rate to win is 50%.
mm,
But I think that for the gambler, we can't have a very um, rational attitude when gambling.
mm-hmm.
Or maybe we are greedy, we increase the bet so that we can lose in a short time, um and then we want to win it back again, so we we keep involving in gambling.
Okay.
Yep, then keep losing. So
It's
it's the
50%, 50%, right?
yep.
So, so why the chance to win is 50 to 50? Then they will always lose the game. I mean, in
um
long term.
for this I think it could be the money that you have. If you have a lot of money, you can keep continue until you win back the money, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah. This is true.
the
Hmm,
money you need is getting bigger and bigger, right?
hmm, hmm.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you don't have so much money uh with the gambling company have. They have almost like yeah, to an individual gambling company have like infinity money.
Yep.
Mm. And gambling company, they are very smart. They are very clever. They set a limit. Mm.
Mm,
Yeah, they set a limit. Mm. Maximum you can only bet, for example, like 100K or one bet. Mm.
yep.
Yeah. So that means uh yeah, by using just this one rule, even though the probability is just 50 to 50, you will
Mm,
always lose all your money.
yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And and it's it's also there's an example. For example, you and me, mm,
Mm,
we can play coin guessing. Okay,
okay.
you guess the head and I guess uh the tail. Okay,
Mm,
mm. And it's 50 to 50.
yep.
Mm. And what factor determine who will be the winner?
The last winner.
Mm. Yeah, is because uh it's depend on the money you have.
Mm,
The money you have. For
yep.
example, you have only 100 you have only 100 ringgit, and each
Mm,
bet is require two. Yeah, is require two ringgit. And I have you have only 100 ringgit, so we can play 50 games.
yep.
And I have, for example, I have 10K, yeah, 10K ringgit. Mm.
Yep.
So I can play like uh 10K is 5K, like 5K again.
Mm,
Mm. So I have to continuously lose 5,000 times, continuously lose
mm.
5,000. I will lose all my money, and you just need to continuously lose your uh, lose the
20
game.
games?
It's 50, yeah, 50 games.
Oh, 50.
Yeah, yeah, 100 divided by 2 is 50. Yeah, so mm, you lose all your money. Yeah, so
Yep.
the so so your capital depend at uh your capital determine everything. Mm,
Yep.
yeah. So it comes back to our topic.
Mm,
And rich will always get richer.
yep.
Yeah. And like middle class, of course, they can, even though they can make investments, but maybe only 10% of them can finally become at least join into the rich team. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, and the rest of them maybe their life will get better, and maybe their life will get better because of this news.
Mm.
Then money,
Yeah, Eric. Yeah,
oh,
Eric.
yeah,
Can you um speak closer to your mic? Your
yeah,
voice getting softer and softer.
okay,
Mm.
yeah. Actually using the mic near to my mouth to speak. I think it's
Oh.
because of the wind. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Then I speak louder.
Okay.
Okay, mm, okay. Uh, yeah. Why investment mm, doesn't make all the sense. Yeah, doesn't make sense all the time for middle class.
Mm.
It's because of this rule. Mm, mm,
Mm.
mm. They need money sometimes, and when they need money, the market, yeah, for example, like the stock market, the housing market, is crashing.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm. So there's a reason.
Mm.
And rich will always get richer, and poor will always get poorer.
Yep. Yep.
And okay, and why MMT will work without UBI? Because if you print more money, this
Mm.
asset price will increase. And who own this asset is the rich.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they're getting richer. And when the asset price increase, uh, mm, it will eventually make the rental cost increase. Hello?
Mm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, so, so the cost will eventually affect every individual purchasing power.
Mm.
Yeah. So, you have this, you fall into this situation. You as 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 more money you print, okay, and the richer getting richer, and
Mm.
the poor getting poorer
Yep.
because their
That.
income didn't increase and they
Mm.
didn't own the asset. Mm.
Yep.
Their
But
wealth
the living
increased.
cost increase, right?
Yeah, but the living cost increased.
Mm. Yep.
And also, there's one factor. If the asset price increase and the rich getting richer
Mm.
and they have more money to they have more money to uh, sorry, they have more uh, they have a higher value of asset. They
Mm.
can um,
Refinance.
yeah they can refinance. They can make their asset as security and
Mm.
borrow more money,
Yep. Yep.
and they will do further investment. For example,
Mm.
buy the machinery and invest in technology, try to improve the efficiency.
Mm.
So the efficiency, uh, as the efficiency becomes higher, yeah, the level of efficiency becomes higher, and they don't need so much workers. So the unemployment rate will decrease.
Mm. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so this is the look. This is the look, and the look of rich getting richer and poor getting poorer.
Mm.
And
Yep.
eventually, you will find that the company don't need don't need don't need a lot of workers, and they can provide the service and they can provide the goods.
Yep.
To every people in in all around the country, even all around, even all around the world. Mm,
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, this is quite scary.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, because they don't need so much workers. They can produce the product and sell to all around the world. Yeah.
Mm. Yes.
Mm. So yeah, MMT. If you if you apply MMT, if you print more money, the price will increase, and poor getting poorer, rich will getting richer. So you
Mm.
need UBI. You
Yep.
need UBI to transfer the wealth from rich to poor. Yeah.
Mm.
So you can solve the social unrest. You try to reduce uh, you try to reduce the risk of the uh, mm, social unrest, or we say
Yeah. The criminal rate.
yeah, that the social problem.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah, because majority of people are poor.
Mm.
If we have like a 暴动
Yep.
and rich also won't get won't, won't get better, right?
Yep, yep.
So some rich guys they also quite worry about it. They
Mm.
quite worry about the war. They worry about the war. They also worry about the social unrest.
Mm. Yep.
Mm. So MMT with UBI it might work. Yeah, because one side you increase the asset price, so
Mm.
rich getting richer. But with UBI you provide the minimum wages, mm, the minimum living cost to those poor and to all people. Mm.
Mm.
So mm, uh yeah, mm, they get the income can cover their living cost. Mm.
Yep.
So they won't complain. Mm. And and you have and you have to charge higher tax on rich, mm,
Mm.
to transfer
Yep.
the wealth from the rich to poor. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
this is the whole thing. This is actually mm, the whole MMT. Mm. Yeah, actually MMT, mm, inside MMT, uh, I was saying economics did detect the UBI consideration in MMT. Yeah, yeah. So MMT is not like it's not a solely theory or solely consideration. Yeah,
Mm.
it actually combines all of these concepts, mm, UBI, MMT, and sovereign debt, mm, and
Yep.
also the trade, import and export. Mm,
Mm.
mm. Yeah. But for me, yeah, mm, I think MMT won't work. Yeah, because because you can't. Mm, in my opinion, you can't create something that has value from a thin air.
Yep.
You can't do this. It violate the universe law, the law of universe.
Mm.
I don't think it can be worked. Mm,
Yep. So,
mm,
how about country that, for some country, maybe they are richer, they are more developed. Um, maybe they can conduct this UBI without having to uh conduct MMP.
mm. It's very difficult. Yeah, it's very difficult. Mm. And okay, look at AMT.
Mm.
If sovereign debt no longer a problem,
Mm.
why you don't want to print money? You get what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is a very serious problem. Mm. Yeah, if printing money wouldn't cause inflation because you you are not getting full employment.
Mm.
Mm. And printing money will cause asset price rise. Yeah, this we know. Okay.
Yep.
But printing money mm, wouldn't cause a higher sorry, uh, printing money won't push you to the risk of currency fail because of foreign debt.
Mm.
Then it seems like printing money is the best solution. Then
Mm.
why
Yep.
you don't want to print money? Why don't you just print the money? Hmm.
Mm.
And
Yep.
and before this, uh, before today, I asked you a question, right? If they can print money, mm, if they can print money out of the thin air, why they need to collect the tax? Why they still need to charge high tax on rich, right?
Mm.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah. So this is the reason they need to transfer the wealth from rich to poor. Actually, now we also have the welfare program to support the poor. Mm, mm. But
Mm.
it's quite difficult to implement. Mm. Yeah, those welfare program is quite difficult to implement because uh you need to judge the people whether
Yep.
they're
Yep.
poor.
To screen
And you
them,
also
right? Do
and you
screening.
also need to yeah and you also need to judge the level of poor yeah, of poverty. Mm.
Mm.
And you also need to mm, implement many rules to help them find a job. For example, send them to study
Yep.
to get a job. Mm. But what if they study hard? Mm. They study hard, but they still can't get a job
Mm.
because of
Yep.
because of the technology advance. Mm. Yeah, and now we no longer need those workers. Mm. And
Mm.
uh you can't train a zero knowledge person. Yeah, from a zero knowledge on everything to become mm, a high tech person. Okay, for example, they can become a software engineer. You
Mm.
can't do this. Right? This is very difficult,
Yep.
and you can only train them to a normal level. For example, mm,
To operate the machine.
yeah,
Mm.
to operate the machine, and for example, mm, train them, teach them about the communication skill,
Oh,
so
yeah.
they can become a seller.
Mm.
They can become a promoter in the retail store. Mm,
Yep.
mm. But nowadays we don't need this promoter already, right? Mm,
Mm. Yep.
mm. We have online shopping. Mm.
Mm.
So mm, the barrier of entry in the labor market, mm, the barrier of entry into the labor market is getting higher and higher. Did you realize?
Mm. Barrier to entry, what? Can you repeat, sorry?
Barriers of entry.
To what?
Barriers of entry into labor market.
Labor market.
Labor market.
Yep. Yep.
Mm, yeah. For example, 20 years ago, uh, you can find a you can find a quite high salary job mm, if you graduate from secondary school, mm,
Yep.
and if you graduate from college and you are a talent,
Mm.
mm,
Yep.
yeah, and if you graduate from a master from a university with master degree,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, then you
You're
then
the best in the town.
yeah Then at that decade, maybe in 20 years ago,
Mm.
you can become rich very easily. Mm. To
Mm.
get a job, uh, just work hard, mm. And maybe you don't need to work hard. Mm. You still can become rich. Mm.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah, but now it's different. Mm. First graduate now cannot find a job. Mm.
Mm.
And master degree also also find hard to get a job that can mm,
Give
that
them the
can
desired income.
yeah to have a desired income that can
Mm.
cover they can repay they can pay the cost they put in
Mm.
the cost and effort they put into academic.
Yep.
For
Yep.
example, the cost of study and also the time. You
Mm.
know, mm, if you if you are a uh, if you are a fresh graduate
Yep.
of with master degree, you at least need like mm, mm, 24 years 24 years old. Yeah, mm,
Mm.
sometimes like this. Mm.
Yep. Yep.
And you are a fresh graduate. Mm. Maybe you can find a job with like 3,500. Mm.
Mm.
And some company they even don't want to hire you because you don't have any experience.
Yep.
Mm. Yeah, and the salary you get cannot cover the effort you put in. For
Mm.
example, we study college, we study we study mm, the cost of getting a bachelor degree
Mm.
maybe need about 50K. Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, in some developed country the cost is even higher. Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe 100K. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. And if you want to top up your academic result to get a master degree, yeah, maybe in Malaysia you really need like 100K to 150K.
Yep.
And 100K, how many years you need to work to pay back all your student loan?
Mm. Yep. Really.
Question. Hmm. Yeah, this is a question.
Mm.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. So yeah, the barrier of entry into the labor market hmm, is getting higher and higher.
Mm. Yep.
So the simple welfare program is no longer effective. Hmm.
Mm.
Because you those people those people join the welfare program, join the re-employment program,
Yep.
may not get a job after finish this program.
Mm.
Yeah,
Still difficult, right?
yeah, still difficult. And UBI stop all of this mm, because it doesn't require you to find a job. Mm, they
Mm.
just give you the money. And
Yep.
if you find your life too boring,
Mm.
and you can you can go uh you can go learn something mm, and try to find a job. Mm,
Yep. And the
you,
job is the job that we desire, right?
mm, yeah, mm, yeah. So this is the MMT with UBI. Mm.
Yep.
So what do you think? Can it be work?
Um. Yeah. I think it can be, but it is still not the time.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Now is still not the time,
Mm.
but
And
maybe
mm.
2 years later or 5 years later, yeah, maybe it's the time. Mm.
Mm. Yeah. And then one thing is that maybe they can do something like um, um, yeah, to let's say if the UBI maybe they can choose to give a a a lower amount of money first, like 100, 200 to test
Yeah.
whether it works.
Actually, Malaysia also do this already, right? You
Mm,
receive the payment.
sorry,
The pay,
receive what?
you receive in Malaysia. We also receive UBI already.
But the number of money, the amount of money is different, right? From uh to different people.
Yeah. Mm.
They based on the income level.
Mm. And this is quite similar already. Yeah.
Mm,
This is we can say it's a pre-version of UBI.
mm,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah. And now the poorest people can get like 1,200. Is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it seems like 1,200.
So this is like 100 ringgit per month. Mm.
Yeah.
This is still this is still a great amount already, right?
Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Yeah,
Now
but
in
I think
Singapore, mm, yeah.
in this particular time, maybe it can't it can't have a good this is not the time for experiment, I think.
Uh,
Because now everybody, especially the poor, they need money.
huh? Can you repeat again?
Okay, for the money 1,002, what do you mean this money? Is it the money that the government give this year, 2020?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but they give this money because of the pandemic. So I think this may not be a good time for experiments, whether this UPI work.
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
Mm, mm, uh, yeah. Mm, because there's some difference. Mm. Actually, government try to use this uh try to use this chance to
mm,
experiment the UBI. Yeah, actually, government they do this. Mm.
mm. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. And for example, in US, every citizen uh receive like 1,200
Mm,
US dollar paycheck per month
yep.
during the pandemic level. Mm.
Mm,
And
yes.
Singapore government also gives some money to the citizen and uh, permanent permanent resident,
Mm, yep.
200. Mm.
Mm,
Mm.
yep.
Actually, it can be considered an experiment already. Mm.
Mm, yep. Yep.
Mm. And yeah, because mm, the unemployment rate, uh, the unemployment is caused by the pandemic. Mm. And in future, the unemployment is not co- is not caused by pandemic, but it's caused by the technology. Mm.
Mm,
Yeah. So mm, the government actually aims to solve the same thing, mm,
mm.
to reduce the social unrest.
Yep, yep.
Mm. Yeah. If you don't give them money, they can't live. Mm. And they will go to the street and lie on the roof.
Yep.
And in pandemic, mm, yeah, it's the same. Mm. And in during the pandemic, it is more serious, because it increased uh, the infection rate, right? Mm.
Yep.
But, but let's say in future they can't get a job, they they don't have money, they will also go to the street. Yeah, and this is expensive.
Yep.
Mm, yeah. Okay, so this is my share for today. Do you have any other thing to?
No.
Okay.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah. So that's all for our today conversation. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversation? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And sometimes we may include one or two critical thinking questions in the comments. I know it's really hard to answer for most of the people. We will have quote unquote critical answers for these critical questions to share with us. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistakes that we make, please also comment to let us know because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like and subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.